I don't know if it will be the future. Maybe it's too early to say that because there are a lot of questions that to be solved. But still, this is a car. It is working. So there are other issues, but I think that it is a good beginning.
I think it's a very interesting alternative. As we heard on the discussions today, it's still hard to put it on the market. So I think time will show what technology will survive and in which time it will come.
I hope so. I hope so that we can drive without any emissions at all. It will be very exciting.
I believe that we're going to see more of hydrogen trucks, hydrogen forklifts, hydrogen taxis, and all those vehicles that run a lot, those that consume a lot of energy.
We create alternative to conventional fuels like, diesel or gasoline.
There will be users for those battery pure vehicles will be the best option, but will be also users where hydrogen will be the best option. It depends on your habits and it depends on your country. The infrastructure is a key point. We will see. It is a long-term question.
I think there's something interesting about everything related to the green technologies. I think now there is a social component that is very interesting nowadays in a global world.
For small distances, you probably will have a small electrical vehicle that will have a smaller autonomy. But for the long range, you will go with the hydrogen fuel cells.
And we want to make a reasonable use of the resources. Hydrogen must be the future.
I think they will be a good alternative for the future. The question is how the future is going to be. But of course, I think hydrogen will be one of the most important participants in the new scenario of the hydrogen cars and the electrical cars.
It's already here, and that's very nice that you can actually drive it and see that the technology, it's here. And at some point we'll have to think about them seriously.
I think it is the future, definitely. Yeah, I can see a lot of potential. And it's good to be here at the early days, but as it's developing.
To have a clean energy source is very important, and the hydrogen fuel cell cars is one of the directions.
This is a difficult question to answer, of course. Probably there is some space for hydrogen. I'm not sure when, but for sure in the future there should be some space for hydrogen and electric vehicle too.
It's going to be a part of the future. In my opinion, it's not only one technologies, but it's going to be a lot of technologies in the future.
I hope so. I've been working with hydrogen technologies about 20 years now. Well, in my field it's production, but they need hydrogen, so we need to produce, of course. But I'm really convinced that this is the way to do it.
I think it could be very interesting for people to drive this type of car because not only for environmental consideration that all people knows, but also because it's safe driving.
It's going to do an important impact in this sector.
I think we all hope they will have a bright future.
So car, that's a technology for the future, and because for the environment protection, without pollution, fuel cell is very good technology for transportation, like fuel cell cars, fuel cell buses, and also fuel cell trams.
I guess that it will be, not for the moment yet, but probably in 10, 20 years. I think that we have to think in, let's say, alternative energies.
I think so. I think in the long run, it's a good bet. It's a clean family of technologies, and it's much more sustainable.
But I think there will be still a mixture of different car types in the future.
Well, the cars are there.
the infrastructure for refilling with hydrogen needs to be built. So my opinion, it's more or less a political decision if this is going to happen or not.
If it will be cheap, yes, we can use it in our lives, but if it is very expensive, it will be very expensive, and we cannot buy it, so we cannot use in public.
I think the hydrogen vehicles are an essential part of the light vehicle fleet alongside battery electric vehicles, which will be useful for short distances.
The question is how long you define future. So I think we still have to be a little bit patient for many reasons, politics and so on. But in the long run, of course, we will have a mix of full electric vehicles and fuel cell vehicles.